Hey everybody, I'm Andrea Trombley, and this is a 10-minute or so gentle, beginner, osteoporosis, osteopenia friendly yoga practice that hopefully gets you moving a little bit in the morning and maybe even in the evening before you go to bed. So as you can see, I'm sitting on the floor. And what I would like to do is suggest that if that's uncomfortable for you, that there are a few things you could do. You could put blocks. So these are yoga blocks, if you don't know what those are. You could put those under your legs to give you a little bit of support because we want to be in that nice upright position. So if you're able to be on the floor and you need a little support under your legs, this is fine. And another thing is you could also be up against the wall. So let me just quickly show you. You could be sitting up against a wall to give you a little support if your core is not quite there yet, or if you are quite rounded through that upper and mid back already, sitting up against a wall can help you strengthen your core while giving you that support and practicing getting your shoulders back so that you are spending some time in a more neutral position and that we're not encouraging more rounding of that spine. So go ahead and find that position. Again, you can be up against a wall or you can be on your mat with or without sitting on a blanket. I'm sitting on a small blanket and I've got a couple blocks under my knees this morning. And then what we'll do is just shrug those shoulders up towards the ears with an inhale and exhale them down. Inhale them up. Nice big breath in through your nose, exhale down. One more time. Inhale, lift the shoulders up towards the ears and exhale them down. And then you can just close your eyes as we do a short opening for our yoga practice. This creates a little separation from whatever we've been doing today and makes space for your yoga practice, for attention to your body, your breathing. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let your shoulders be soft. Feel the air move in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do that one more time. And then you're going to go ahead and slowly open your eyes. Beautiful. So after our centering, we will move on to hands and knees. I'm taking the blocks out from under my knees. And again, today I'm assuming maybe you've never done yoga before, but you are capable of getting down onto the mat and moving around a little bit. So this is a yoga mat in case you don't know. And as we move into hands and knees, the idea is to be comfortable. So I'm on carpet, so my yoga mat is enough cushion for me. But if I was down on a hardwood floor, I might take my blanket and put it under my knees if my knees like a little cushion. So that's just an option for those of you that don't quite like being on your knees. You can add a little padding, not too much. You don't want to be really high, but just a little bit. And then as best you can, open up your hands so that they're underneath your shoulders and maybe just a little bit wider. And from here, walk your knees so that they are under your hips. And we're going to do a little hip circle. So just going to move those hips in a nice little circle. So this is fine for your back, and it's really good for weight bearing through your forearms and your upper arms. So if you do have bone loss in your forearms or in that shoulder area, this is some nice weight bearing through that area. Let's switch to the other side for a circle in the other way. We're also keeping the spine relatively straight here, right? There shouldn't be a lot of rounding in your spine, but we're not loading the spine, so we're not too worried about the spine rounding just a little bit. The weight is through your hands and your legs, not through your spine. All right, come back to center. Beautiful. From here, we're going to work on some mid and upper back strength. We're going to keep the legs right where they are. You're going to take the right arm and reach it forward. My thumb is up. And I want that motion to come from the shoulder blade and bring it back down. So I'm not lifting here. I'm only lifting the shoulder as high as I can without lifting my body. And then bring it back down. Left arm leads the way, thumb up. Shoulder blade is where the motion is coming from. I'm not lifting up through my body. That left hand will come right back down and under me. From here, let's take the right leg back. Stretch the toes by curling your toes under. Now, from here, this might be where you stop, or keeping your hips and your shoulders square, start to activate your glute, your buttock, and lift your leg. So this doesn't come from your back, so that would look like this. We want that motion to come from the hip, and as soon as you start to collapse through the back, that's where you stop, and bring that right leg in. Left leg back, lift. Now, what's going on in your upper body with this? Bring your leg in. Your hands, if they start getting sore, you can come up on your fists. Or you can take your yoga mat and you can fold it a couple times so you have a little cushion under the heel of your hands. All right, right arm and down. Left arm lifts from the shoulder blade and down. Right leg back. Right leg lifts. The right leg should come right back into place. There shouldn't be a big sway in your body. Left leg back, left leg lift. Again, comes right back into place. Beautiful. Nice. Now from here, we'll stretch out the shoulders in puppy pose. Walk your knees apart just a little bit, and then reach your arms forward. So my back stays flat and straight. My hips stay high in the air as I let my head come down towards the mat. It might touch the mat, but if it's pretty far away from you, this is where a yoga block can be handy. You can bring your forehead down to the yoga block. And breathe. And come back up onto hands and knees. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to come into tall kneeling for just a moment and arch back. It's a nice way to get a little bit of opening through the front of the hips, get a little arch in the back. Beautiful. And again, if your knees don't like this, you can have your knees on a blanket. Let's bring the hands to the hips. Bring your right arm forward, up, over, and around. Bring the right hand to your hip. Good. Now the left, look to your left. Bring the left arm up and back and around. Very nice. And then we're going to bring those blocks. I've got a couple yoga blocks. We're going to bring them to the top of the mat and the left leg forward. And we're going to get in a nice lunge. Now for this lunge, my right hip and knee are relatively stacked, meaning I'm not way up here, right? I'm pretty much knee, hip, and shoulder are pretty straight so that I can let go with my hands. And if I walk my left foot a little wider, I'm even more steady. So this is a tall lunge using tall blocks. I'm doing most of the work with my core and my glutes. And then I can keep my hands on the blocks, or maybe I bring one or both arms up overhead. And this is a low lunge. And again, if you do need that balance, you can bring your hand to your block, smile, and release both hands down. Second side, now we'll bring the left leg back. Bring the right leg forward, and again, you can bring it wider than the right hip so that you are balanced. And again, my left knee, left hip, and left shoulder are kind of stacked. I'm not way forward here, so look at the difference. This is not where I want you. This is rounded through the spine. This is crushing my hip joint. I want you back I want you tall. I want your core working. I want your hip open a little bit here. I want a nice stretch to your left hip flexor. And then maybe you add an arm or both to give you just that little extra strength, core strength, control, balance. Wiggle your front toes. Bring your hands to your blocks. Bring your right leg back. Come back into puppy pose. Knees and hips are high. Reach your arms out. Let your head come down. And again, if you would like to use a block for your head, you can do that as well. And then come out of puppy pose. And we'll return to a seated position. You can cross your legs. You can sit up against a wall. You can sit in a chair. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a nice big breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. 2 more times. In through your nose, out through your mouth. 1 more time. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me for a short yoga routine. For those of you that are new to yoga and maybe have some bone issues that you're concerned about, I am happy to get you going and to try to make you feel comfortable doing a little something active that's yoga that maybe you've been afraid to give it a try. So good luck. I will have this available for you to watch again, and have a great day.